Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the World of Warcraft. I say welcome back even though it's been a very long time since I've ventured back into the world of Azeroth, and even a longer time since I decided to actually share that with you guys, my viewers. But just like a heroin addict going back in for that one last hit before he becomes a functioning member of society, I've decided to jump back into the world of Warcraft again. Because when I think about it, it has been by far the most influential game that I have ever played in my life. In fact, I would say it was the most influential experience of my life. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I was pretty sick when I was growing up. So around the time that WoW came out, I wasn't really doing much in my life. I was waking up, sitting in front of a computer and going to sleep. And yes, that may sound a little depressing, but during that time, when I was recovering from all of these surgeries, I would sit here and have real relationships with people all over the world. And I've made more lasting friendships in WoW than I've ever made in anything else that I've ever done. A lot of my coworkers to this day on YouTube, everyone in the TGN squadron used to play WoW, and most of them played WoW together years ago. And TGN itself was made just around World of Warcraft, creating videos on the subject and just sharing everyone's experiences and uploading them all to one spot. That's how TGN started. It has easily been the experience that has shaped my adult life the most. And while I have not made videos in a long time, with all of the changes coming out in Legion and with the Warcraft movie that completely captivated my heart and made me want to just experience this world again, this time I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted to do something really special. And I know WoW is not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to try to make this as an immersive of an experience as I possibly can make a 12-year-old MMO, or however old the game is now. So I hope that you sit back, relax, and you enjoy. Thank you.
You are not prepared.
Well, first things first, we're gonna need to make a new character, and I've been Alliance for way too long. It's time to go back to my roots. It is time to go back to the Horde. Now, in order to do that, I feel like I need to play a Paladin as well, which kind of limits my options. And well, considering I don't want to be a feminine woman again for the second time, looks like we're gonna be playing a Bullvine. Customize, skin color, as white can be. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Those horns are looking pretty good. Can I get a bigger nose? Fantastic! Let's go Horde color. Dude, they're fine. I wouldn't change a thing. Actually, let's look at the other options. You know what, fine. We'll curve them down a little bit. And then facial hair. God, we're just beautiful as it is. Let's get into the game.
Great tragedy has rocked the Tauren tribes and shaken their once stalwart devotion to the Horde. A disagreement between the new Orc war chief Garrosh Hellscream and the beloved Tauren chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof led to a duel that ended in Cairn's death. With his loss, the vile matriarch Magatha Grimtotem launched a murderous attack, attempting to seize control of Thunder Bluff for herself. However, Cairn's brave son, Bane Bloodhoof, successfully repelled the attack and banished the surviving Grimtotem to the farthest reaches of the land. Under Bane's hopeful leadership, the Tauren people now seek to heal their wounds and restore the balance between the various factions of the Horde. To this end, a new generation of Tauren Sunwalkers has arisen to lead their people into the light of a new dawn and the promise of rebirth. As a proud tribesman of Mulgore, you must uphold the honor of your people and safeguard the lands of your ancestors.
Alright, so this is what we're gonna do whenever we get into a new zone. I'm gonna go ahead and blur the normal gameplay. Then you're gonna see a current, up-to-date representation of my avatar. Isn't he cute? Isn't he a cute little Tauren? Don't you just love him? Now we're in Mulgore right now, and I'm gonna tell you what I know about Mulgore. I'm gonna bring all of my vast knowledge of my several years playing this game, and I'm gonna try to educate you. Or at least give you a briefing. Then we're gonna go through the area, we're gonna go through the zone, we're gonna do the quest, we're gonna learn about the area, and I'm gonna update you at the end. But as of right now, this is what I know about this zone. There's some centaurs here, and we don't like the centaurs. The Tauren joined the Horde to help versus the fight with the centaurs. So hopefully we can beat them now, otherwise us joining the Horde was completely pointless. There's a lot of grass. And there's a lot of animals eating that grass. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's get into the game. And now we find ourselves back in the video game. Look at our Tauren. He is wearing the finest of all the account-bound armor. He has every slot available to him currently in use. This guy's driving into a tent. What a horrible chauffeur. Now, I know the account-bound gear does significantly increase the speed at which one can level through the game, and I know that it also kind of lowers the difficulty of what's going on as well. So I will use this, you know, as I see fit. We may not always be using the account-bound gear. I have a number of add-ons that I'm using, and I'm going to put them all in the video description of this video. And I'm also going to be using these macros to increase the graphical fidelity. Now, I may have already turned them on, but essentially, if I click on all of these, it makes the game look a little bit better. And I'm going to be putting these macros down in the video description as well. Now, as far as questing goes, I am using the Storyteller add-on, so questing is going to look a little bit more immersive here during this Let's Play. We do need to configure this just a little bit because we need to move it down. There is some confliction with other add-ons, but there you go. This is what it's going to look like. And the goal is to make it so that this is a immersive experience, not only for myself, but for the viewer as well. And it's going to make the quests a bit easier to actually follow. So what you see here is the work of the Quilboar Young One. Year after year, they have encroached on our village. The great cataclysm finally drove them from the dens to spread like locusts across the lands. And now you see the result. My own mother, dead from their savagery. Today you are of age. Today you will take up your weapon and fight for the tribe and avenge the great mother. Follow the path to the east and find my son, Gruul. He will lead you in your strike against the Quilboar. Now, wasn't that nice? You know, now we get the bare bones basics, and we're like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll go do that quest. And then we accept it. And then we can open our map. Everybody knows that already, but we need to go southeast to get to this place. And this is how questing is going to take place for the most part in this series. Now, I'm going to try to show the most interesting quests and not show all of them because your time is important to me and I value it and I appreciate you all spending time here on this channel watching my content. So normally we'll do a jump cut like this. Or at the very least, we could do a little bit of a montage of me walking over here. Welcome to your first true test as a Tauren. Now, I will say it is a little bit hard to read on his feet, so maybe I should have gone for a darker skin tone. I believe we can change that at a barbershop, so we'll see. So we get some XP and some coins just walking over here. Great! Behold, MFPallytime! The very presence of the bristleback is a blight. Nothing is left in their wake but corpses and barren land. Camp Narsh could become what we see here in but a few days, unless we stand and fight. Narashi? I'm gonna ruin all of these names here, just so you know, but that's part of my charm. This will be your rite of strength, the first ceremony of a Tauren brave. Go into the heart of Thornsnall and kill Bristleback Quilboar, then return to me. Okay, Gruul, I'll go do that for you. Wait, why do I need to do this? There's already a bunch of other people doing this, like NPCs. Oh, you're so brave, little Tauren. Yeah, let me help. I'm gonna right-click on him. You'll be impressed. I mean, you've been out here fighting for a fucking eternity as far as I can tell, but you know, I'm just gonna come in here and I'm gonna clean that up for you, because that's the kind of bovine I am. Wow, we've already hit level 2. Okay. I've defeated the swine! You fought well, Paladin. We may yet be saved. I know those guys are out there fighting those motherfuckers forever. You should have just sent me. I've been here the whole time. We can pick an item. Actually, I think we get this guaranteed. It's a mace. We don't care about the mace. Despite their size, the bristleback greatly outnumber us. A pack ambush can easily overwhelm even the largest Tauren. I really doubt that. May new initiates have taken up arms. Many new initiates have taken up arms to defend our home. Some have given their lives, but others have been captured alive. Please find their cages and free them. The battle should keep the Quillboar distracted. You got it, buddy. I'll go do that for you. Looks like the cages are just up ahead here. I am going to be leveling mostly as a protection paladin because that's what I leveled as, you know, when I kind of really fell in love with the game for the first time. What are those trees over there? Is that from Perilous? What are these? I'm not very good at tanking, and truth be told, I haven't done it since, you know, day 1 BC, leveling up as a protection paladin. Even then, I wasn't very good at tanking, and eventually found a lot of enjoyment in healing, playing a Holy Paladin for a while, then switching over to a Resto Shaman and Elemental Shaman. But I want to relive the game again as a brand new experience, and tanking is going to be a brand new experience for me. That's why you could see my Tauren is all geared up with his sword and shield. Yeah. Granted, we're not going to be protection until level 10, but you know, we might as well get an early start on the look, at least. I do have the helm as well, but I thought it looked a little ridiculous. And, I don't like it. So I'm gonna hide it because you can do that now. So get rid of that. We're back! Thanks to you, our people are free to fight for our home. We've struck a great blow against the Quillboar here. I will stay here and hold the line, but you need to move on. Seek Adana, Thunderhorn. She has taken a few braves to the southwest to root out the rest of the bristleback. Okay, I'll go do that for you. Wait, this is southeast. She's southwest. She's this way. Nailed it. Hello, Donna Thunderhorn.
Peace, friend.
More trials lay ahead, Palytime. I hope you're prepared. I wish this had some kind of shadow text behind it. It is my role to test our young initiates on the ways of the hunt. Oh, Tauren are all about the hunt. They talk about it all the time. And that hasn't changed. Today, the Quillboar are our prey. The Rite of Courage. One of the first lessons you should learn, Palytime, is never underestimate your prey. While we were distracted by the attack on the Camp Narashi, more of the bristlebacks swept in unnoticed and stole a cache of our rifles. You can see them to the south now, filling the air with lead. This is our Rite of Courage. Brave the Hall of Gunfire, hunt the bristleback gun thieves, and bring back our rifles. Okay. What is the other quest? Stop the Thorn Callers. Knowing the way of the prey is another aspect of the hunt. In the lands they come from, Quillboar live in the shade and protection of huge thorned roots. When they move, their shamans seed and grow new roots for them to live in. I was wondering how those got everywhere, so it's the shaman that make those. That's kind of cool. These thorns mar the land and choke out their life, turning the earth around them barren. Go to the south and stop these thorn callers before they have a chance to continue. Okay, I'll go do it for you. Oh, wait, there's one more. Who's this guy? Roku Stonehoof. Rohaku Stonehoof. Just a moment ago, messenger... What? Just a moment ago, a messenger was looking for you, Palytime. I believe she was sent by the Paladin trainer, Sunwalker Helaku. If this note is from the Sunwalker, I recommend going to see him immediately. Okay. So that's the Paladin trainer. Where's the Paladin trainer? Oh, the Paladin trainer's back at the camp. Oh, go see him immediately! You know, I have always thought the Tauren architecture was pretty cool. Very rudimentary, but pretty cool. Like, that thing is moving with the wind, so if we go inside, is it like a windmill? Is it like making grain for them? Kinda looks like it, that's cool. Oh, and then the baker's standing right there! Oh, how nice. Good job, Baker. Good job, you're doing it. Alright, Paladin Trainer. Sunwalker Heliku. I am pleased to meet you, Palatine. I would hope so, Sunwalker Heliku. Speak to him, we gave him the note. We have much to cover. In time, the ways of the Sunwalkers will be as plain and natural to you as the shaman's conversations with the elements. Wonderful. It's always a pleasure to meet a fellow Sunwalker. We are not as numerous as some of the more ancient orders, but our ways are no less powerful and our members no less respected. As you continue on your journey, you will grow closer to the light and gain abilities you could not have imagined. Well, considering I've played a paladin before, I might be able to imagine just a couple of them, but we'll see. Go, get more experience and return when you've learned a new ability. Demonstrate it to me. It's a little weird. You're a little weird. I don't know if I like this guy. What is our actual quest here? Reach level 3 and then use Seal of Command and hit a training dummy. I'm level 3. This is Seal of Command. It's like an aura that we turn on. So it fills you with holy light, causing melee attacks to deal 10% additional holy damage. So we'll go ahead and do that. The other ability that we have is Crusader Strike, and it's an instant strike that causes physical damage. So we could just go over to a target dummy and just hit it. Okay, I did it. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? Did I please you? You have made me proud. You will make a fine Sunwalker. Return when you desire further training. Okay, Doug. All right, now to travel to the south and fight back these Quellbores. We need to get the rifles that they have stolen, 7 of those, and then slay their thorn callers. We can do it together. Those are the thorns just kind of being pulled out of the ground. We've seen similar things over in the Barrens as well. And considering the little pig guys were over there as well. Is Bristleback the name of them? Or is this a particular tribe of the pig things known as the Bristleback? I don't actually know. But we've seen these vines with thorns all over them emerging in other areas too. I believe there's a dungeon in the game, a couple of them, that follow this particular enemy, and they all have the thorns in them as well. I've always wondered how they formed, and the issue with, how I played WoW before is I never gave a shit about the story. Because the most optimal way to get through the game was to simply accept the quest as fast as humanly possible, get on the fastest mount that I could ascertain, and then walk over there, kill everything as fast as I possibly could, don't really look around at all, and then go back to the quest giver to finish off the quest, and then go to the next one. And that's how I played through the entire game when I wasn't just queuing for dungeons in the group finder and going in, not talking to anybody, and just getting from point A to point B to get the most amount of XP imaginable. And if you can't tell by the tone of my voice, that is not how I want to play through the game this time. It's going to be slow. I'm going to get enjoyment out of it. I'm going to see the sights. I'm going to look around. I'm going to try to understand this vast world spiraling around me in all directions. And hopefully feel a deeper connection to it than I ever have before. And there's been a very deep connection to it before. I used to think that I knew everything. Ignorance, yeah. I'm back. It went well. I don't know why none of you can do this. It seems pretty easy. More accurately, why am I looking up to you as mentors when I could just go in and just casually slay the biggest enemy that you're having a hard time with? But hey, let's not worry about that right now. Let's not worry about it. It's my rule to test our young initiates. Why don't you go over there and do it yourself? All right, the Rite of Courage. How many have you brought, initiate? Enough. All right, 7 rifles. Well done. Respect your prey and the danger it carries, but never fear it. In fear, you become prey yourself. That's deep. We've leveled up again, level 4. When the corruptors slain the earth... Whoa. When the corruptors slain the Earth Mother will mend her own wounds in due time. I don't know if that made sense. The roots are not meant to thrive here and will wither. Balance will return. It is worth mentioning in this first episode. I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm dyslexic as fuck. So some episodes, this part will go well, and some episodes, it will be a disaster. But it's part of my charm and why you should like me. It's my role to test my initiates. I already know that. It's like she's stuck in a loop. Alright, the battle boars. There are more threats to be dealt with here. The bristleback are taming wild boars to be used against us. The armored battle boars have been abused beyond hope of recovery. They must be put down for our safety and their peace. Go to the pens to the south and slay them. Return to me afterwards. That seems a little extreme, but okay. Feed of evil. We must do more than simply hunt boars here. The eyesore that has been left upon the land must be purged. To give them a wild thirst for blood, the battle boars are force-fed raw flesh. Take this torch and use it to burn the troughs of meat and gore to cinders. So we're killing the battle boars and then we're burning their food? It doesn't... It seems like you could kind of do one or the other. Oh, man. Looks like someone already rolled through here. There's a ton of dead boars on the ground. Yeah, they're a real threat. They're a real threat to you guys. It's good that I'm here. So we need to use this torch here. It looks like it's auto casts onto the... Yeah, let a little boar on fire. No, I'll put you down. Come here. Oh, that's actually a very easy way to just kill the boars. Okay, we'll just do that. That's easier. This is the third trough over here. Boom. Dude, they got to get some better work from me. This just isn't cutting it. Palletime, it's because you're unbind on a calc here. Yeah, I know. I know it is, but it's just not doing it. The battle boars. Good work. Those beasts could have been a greater threat than the quillboar themselves. Shit! Had we not taken action now? Don't worry, I took care of it. We have not only wiped the boar pens clean, but put a stop to a horrible desecration. Well done. Thank you. Chief Squealer Thornmantle leads these quillboars. It was he that set upon Great Mother Hawkwind and took her life. Leading the attack on Camp Narashi, he fled and hid afterwards, but we found him. He lurks to the west within the foul den of thorns, fending off any braves we send after him. You've proven yourself a brave defender of our people, Pallytime. Kill Thornmantle and bring his mane back to Chief Hawkwind in honor of our great mother. Okay, where are they? They're over here. I'll go do that for you. Oh, this place is cool. Kind of carved into the mountain, it looks like, almost. I'm sure this was a natural formation, and then the thorns just kind of covered it. So this is a thorn guard. Let's, Wow, he almost took 2 hits. Look at that. Chief Squealer Thornmantle, I am here for your head. Oh, I have a stun now. Oh, you're just screwed. Oh, that's not a stun. That's just a touch. That just, So Judgment... 30-yard range, that's longer than I remember, causes holy damage and requires an active seal to cast. Cool. So the Mane of Thornmantle. What's the description say? I have a bunch of mounts I bought from the store, don't mind these. Oh, it's not even in my inventory. It's in like some special quest inventory that I can't look at. Well, it looks like we're on our way back to the camp, nonetheless. We've done some good work here. We've helped out some very weak cows. I don't know what they would have done without me running through. Chief Hawkwind, I've returned. Have you completed your trials, young one? Well, yes, I have. Here's the mane of that dead guy I killed for you. Chief Hawkwind holds the mane of Thorn Mantle over his head. The chief of the Bristlebacks is slain. Great Mother Hawkwind's spirit has been avenged. How nice. The camp is safe and the Quillboar's driven off, all thanks to you, young one. You have my personal thanks for what you have done for my mother, my son, and all of us. It is now time to put the great Mother Hawkwind to rest. Lay the final offering at her feet, Pallytime, and we will say our goodbyes. Is this her tomb up here? Okay, so watch over her as she watched over us. Let her look down on us with joy. Oh no, you went too fast. There is balance in all things as Great Mother Hawkwind's spirit takes its final journey, and you will begin your first. Today we have undertaken a rite of passage far more difficult than we ask of most of our youths. Be proud now. It is time for you to continue on your journey. To the west, beyond our burial grounds, you will find a path winding up the mesa. Follow it to the top and speak to Diami Windsor. That's what I'm going with. Hard to read on my damn cow feet. Walk with the Earth Mother, friend. You will always be welcome here. So still some kinks that I can work out here. This is obviously an ongoing project that I'm going to be working on throughout the rest of the series. Your guys' feedback is always welcomed on ways that this can improve, and I'd be glad to hear it. I picked a UI that has a lot of elements that I can hide when we're not using them to hopefully keep the screen really clear and really easy to see. I know the account-bound gear makes it very easy for me to just go in and kill things, and I want to stress that I know I'm not the best fucking reader in the whole world. I'm able to read quite well, but sometimes my brain will just focus on a word, and it'll be like I hit a fucking wall, and the rhythm I had just stops, and I can't speak anymore, and it's gonna be a fucking challenge. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I want this to be as much of a community-driven experience as it possibly can be. So if you guys are interested, I'm playing on the Thrall server on the North American side. Maybe we can get some guild going. Maybe we can, you know, just... I don't know how much content we'll do since this is supposed to be a solo Let's Play, but I have more than one character on the server that I play. We can see the next village that we're going to down here, and if our view distance was a little bit better, you'd be able to see more of Thunderbluff over here, which is the capital of the area. Also, if you guys want to send me any mail to my character on Thrall, you're welcome to do that, and maybe I'll read some. And I always want to ask comments to you guys while we're doing this kind of stuff. So we're in Mulgore right now, so the obvious question seems to be, do you have any good memories from Mulgore? When you look back on your time in the World of Warcraft, if you were a person that played, does anything that happened here stand out to you? And I'm going to answer what stands out to me in the next episode, because I actually spent a lot of time here on my Blood Elf Paladin back in Burning Crusade, and it was for a reason that you may not think. So thank you all for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. As always, feedback is welcome, and I hope to hear from you down in the comments, and I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I sincerely do. And we'll be back very soon with episode 2. This was mostly an introduction. I think it'll be a much smoother process next time. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.